Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome back to day 9 of the Ramadan SunnahCamp's by Kids for Kids program. We're so excited to have you guys here today. I would want to know, I guess we're like a few days in Ramadan. How's it going so far? Comment down below. We would really love to know. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Just want to remind you guys that click the link in the description box down below if you're on YouTube, and you can follow SunnahCamp on all social medias, and you can also register to join us on Zoom. The Zoom feel is really different than the YouTube feel, so definitely check that out if you're interested. And yeah, I'm going to now pass the mic off to the Mia sisters, who's going to talk about the next 3 names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Assalamualaikum, we're here.
Welcome to day 9 of learning and memorizing the beautiful names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Let's get started. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rahmanirrahim. Rabbana inma.
رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم إني أسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى.
Today we are learning the names as Asami, Al-Barachi, and Al-Halkam. Asami means the all-hearing. This name is in the Quran 47 times, the most in Surah Baqarah by 7 times. Also, look at that drawing. It is so beautiful, mashallah.
Okay. Ikra. Okay, we'll get started with the name then. The name As-Sami means the all-hearing, as Aisha said, and it is from the verb sami'a, which means to hear or to listen, and the noun As-Sam'a means the faculty of hearing. When this name As-Sami is primarily connected to our communication with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you'll see why once we talk more about this name, inshallah. So As-Sami, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He hears without ears and He sees without eyes. Allah hears the source, the cause, and the meaning of all calls. Allah listens and He accepts. Whenever we speak with our Creator, verbally or through action or through our mind, Allah, As-Sami, is always listening. Never ever have a doubt that Allah is not listening to your calls. And at the same time, He is also responding. So whether you're standing, you're sitting, or you're lying down, whatever position or whatever state you are in, have a dialogue with your Creator. Whatever is in your heart, whatever is disturbing you, whatever is worrying you or causing you stress, although Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does know about it already, don't refrain from talking to Him about it. Allow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to know about it through your own actions and through your own dialogue and conversation. Talk to Him about whatever is in your heart. One day the Sahaba asked Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is our Allah close by so we can speak to Him by whispering or by keeping our tone low? Or is He far, far away that we have to shout? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responded to the questions which the Sahaba had asked by sending the verse in Surah Al-Baqarah in ayah number 186, where He says, O Muhammad, when my servants ask you about me, tell them I am quite near. I hear and answer the call of the caller whenever he calls me. Let them listen to my call and believe in me. Perhaps they will be guided aright. The moral of this ayah is when a person is speaking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, know that He is close by. The attribute of the name Sami is followed by Qareeb, which means close. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the all-hearer and He is close by. So whenever we talk to Him, He responds to our calls. So when a person in this dunya starts to get higher in their ranks, and we discussed this yesterday, the one who can raise someone in those ranks is Arafi, the one who raises. But when a person is at a very high position, not even a high position, but sometimes as human beings, we just get really busy and caught up with our daily lives that we forget to attend like people's calls, or we don't pay enough attention to others or those around us. But the beautiful thing is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al-Malik, the king of the entire universe, the sustainer of everything in this earth, Al-Khaliq, the one who created everything, Al-Alim, the one who knows and is aware of everything. And we're going to talk about the next name, Al-Basir, shortly, but he is the one who sees everything. He does all that and he is all that. Subhanallah. Yet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is still very, very much waiting for us to call upon him, subhanallah. May it be our daily salah or our actions, even getting to know him as we are right now through his beautiful names. And why is that? Why does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want us to know him? Why has he chosen us to learn these beautiful names? So that we get to know him more. And when we get to know him more, we can build a stronger and more deeper and intimate relationship with him. And we will adopt a higher level of taqwa, inshallah. And also this beautiful calligraphy is done by our Sunnah Camp's student, Huda, and she contributed and made this for us. And it's so, so beautiful, mashallah. So if anyone wants to make anything, make a craft or something for any of the following names coming up, then you can post on the Facebook and we will for sure add that in our slides, inshallah.
Al-Bees means then all-seeing. This name is in the Quran 42 times, 5 times only in Surah Baqarah.
Al-Basir, the all-seeing. This comes from the verb basar or basara, to look at, to see, to perceive something with vision. The noun al-basar means the faculty of seeing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees everything. Things that are visible to us and that which are not visible to us. Like we know that certain things exist, but we can't actually see it with our eyes, but they do exist. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's throne, for example. So, Al-Basir is able to see that which even we cannot see or comprehend. Whatever it is that exists, Allah knows of it. He is able to see it. Sometimes certain things occur in a flash, right? Like there's a certain saying that we can't necessarily recall. Certain things we can't necessarily recall because it just goes by in a snap. Like you see something moving, but by the time you look, it's gone. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saw it. Al-Basir saw it. Al-Basir also means he is all aware. He is fully aware of all things. The name Al-Basir is paired with the name As-Sami. Can someone just come on and tell me what the meaning of As-Sami was?
It was the all-hearing.
Good job. I actually have another thing. I hope that you guys can remember, but there's another name that was quite similar to this. So if anyone can remember what name that was, just comment in the chat or come onto the mic. If not, I will tell you at the end of this. Anyone? Okay, I'll continue. And this name is also paired with Al-Khabir, the all-knowing, and we'll learn of this name soon, inshallah. We should believe and be firm on this, meaning the attribute of Basar, knowing that he sees all things, even our private affairs, when no one is watching. Know that Al-Basir is. Allah's vision is not like the vision of the creation. We're not able to see everything, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is able to see everything. After all, don't forget he is Al-Khaliq, the one who created everything. We should be mindful of this trait, that wherever you are, at any time of the day, whatever we're doing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can see it all. We cannot hide it from him, no matter where you go. Every corner of the earth, you can't hide from him because he is the one who made this mulk, this kingdom, this dominion is his. Even when we do something very quickly and very secretly, or at times we think we're so sly, do you really think you can hide anything from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? We have never really hidden ourselves from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says he knows the trickery of the eyes, meaning that split second you take to quickly look at something and look away, or an inappropriate thing comes on a screen and you take a sneak peek, whatever it may be, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has seen you. This name reflects on ourselves as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees our efforts. He sees when you're struggling. He sees the work you put in. Even the things that no one else knows or no one else needs to know of it. We don't showcase it. Oh, look at me. Look how much hard work I'm doing. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees without us even having to tell him. For us, we should take from this specific name, we should be conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not that every second, every time, he is watching. So do good, even in private, and do it properly. Have fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the name, if you guys remember, is Al-Alim, the all-knowing. So I think that name also goes really well with this because he knows everything that's going on in his life. Nothing gets past him. And so that also goes with this because he knows everything and he sees everything and he hears everything. So just keep that in mind whenever you're doing something. Subhanallah, anyways.
Al-Hakim means the judge. Allah is the best judge. This name comes and is valuable from 70 times in the Quran.
The name Al-Hakam comes from the verb hakama, which means the literal meaning is to curb or restrain a horse, and there's a really deeper meaning when you look into that, but in easier words, hakama is used for restraining a person from doing something. And the root letters of this name is ha, kaf, mim. So hukam, we see is used for judgment. So when a judge gives an order, like that's it. You have to do it. You have to follow through with it. And from the same root, we get hikmah, which generally means wisdom, because when a person is wise, their wisdom prevents or restrains them from doing ignorant behavior. That's why we often hear this in our seerah classes, right? For those of you who attend. But after all, smart people will go to Jannah. And this is an example of just that. But not only that, hikmah also prevents a person from showing bad behavior. Like, for example, when someone gets angry or they're hurt, sad, whatever, internally they may be feeling all those things, but their wisdom will prevent them from showing it outwardly towards other people. Hikmah means to put something where it belongs. It is about making right decisions. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is described in the Quran as Khairul Hakimin, the best of the judges, and as Ahkumul Hakimin, the most just of judges. Anything that happens in our lives, whether that be big or small, Allah's wisdom was behind it. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, Inna Allaha huwa al-hakam, that indeed Allah, He is al-hakam, meaning He is the judge. Wa ilayka al-hukam, and judgment belongs to Him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the source of justice, wisdom, and perfect judgment. Al-Hakam confirms His will and with authority, and will judge His creation according to their actions and intentions through His decrees. All creation will experience its destiny. On the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will judge all the people and all humankind. Judgment belongs to him in this life, and judgment will belong to him in the next. All matters will ultimately return to him for judgment, specifically on the day of judgment, where we will be judged for what we did, or like the actions that we did, or the choices that we made. We will get what we deserve. Realization comes only after acceptance. So accept the decisions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the decisions that He has made. Accept His judgment and believe that they are the best, because His decisions are with His knowledge and with His wisdom. And as Ikra previously said, He is Al-Alim. He is all-knowing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's judgment is free from any imperfections or any error. When we make decisions, they aren't always perfect. Sometimes we make a decision and then later on we realize that we were wrong, or we regret our choices and actions. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best of all judges. And that is because, as I said, He is Al-Alim. He is the all-knowing. He is As-Sami, and He is Al-Basir. He is the all-hearing and the all-seeing. We don't see everything. We don't hear everything that goes on. But He does. That is why at the end of the day, His judgment is best. So trust on it.
Jazakallah khair.
Assalamu alaikum, and join us again for day 10 tomorrow, inshallah.
Media out.
Wow, thank you so much, the Mia sisters. That was such a honestly amazing class. I want to know, guys, like, what was the word that stuck out to you? Type in the chat, type it in the YouTube channel comment section down below. But while you guys are typing, I would share. I think Asami was the one that stood out to me the most, because as someone who's just not great at talking to people about things that might be making me upset, things that maybe stressing me out, like I'm just not someone who talks about it as much with people. Just knowing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there and is always listening, just has made a huge difference, honestly, alhamdulillah, in my life, where it's like, I don't need to be able to word my, things that are making me upset or something like that. Like, I don't have to be able to word it. I don't have to figure out how to word it into real words, into real English, when at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's like, He still understands whether or not I can word it into actual English or not. And so alhamdulillah, that just makes such a huge difference. And I think when I realized that, that really changed a lot for me, alhamdulillah. And someone even said that he Asami, where He hears my cries, subhanAllah, it's true. Like anytime that we might be upset again, it kind of goes back to being upset, even just He knows the way that we're feeling, and to even just call out to Him, because He's asking us, or to call out to Him. He's telling us in the Quran, call out to me, and take your steps towards me. And it's just such a beautiful thing to know that we won't feel judged, we don't feel that sort of way, and that we can call out to Him and talk to Him and feel and just feel good about it after. So that's definitely something that stood out to me. And even the judge is another word that stood out to, or sorry, not another word, another name that stood out to me, because it's sometimes there might be things that we don't understand, because it just could be for other reasons, environment or whatever. But knowing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows everything, and that we're in a place that we don't know everything, and so we will make mistakes, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there for us to help us and guide us through those mistakes. So that's definitely another beautiful name that I found. So yeah, again, jazakallah khair so much, the Mia sisters, for helping me out, or sorry, for today's class. It was really just so amazing. And yeah, that's the last class for today. Again, make sure you guys go click the links in the description box down below. We would love to see you guys on Zoom, and inshallah, we will see you all tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.